Hey everyone, it's Reek. Welcome to a new sort of scripted content for me, which I do want to dabble in a little bit more. If you know me, you know that I absolutely love Goat Simulator, which shouldn't be news, since I played every map to its full extent, got all 127 achievements. I started speedrunning Goat Simulator and brought it to events like BSG, ESA, and coming up in Games Done Quick. Now, I know what you're thinking, Goat Simulator? Really? But trust me, this game is a ton of fun. The only problem is that the release cycle is a bit confusing. You see, there have been several different versions of the game released, and not all of them have all the maps or all the rest of the content. But even with all the confusion, I still think Goat Simulator is a great game and well worth checking out, so let's dive in and take a closer look. I'll start off with the desktop side of things. I won't bore you with the entire history of how Goat Simulator came to be. Coffee Stain made a really nice documentary on YouTube about it themselves. I do recommend checking that out. But on February 3rd, 2014, the world was blessed with an alpha gameplay trailer of this dumb idea of just being a goat. The world thought this was amazing, and the feedback inspired and motivated the devs to make it the best they could make it, and release it on April 1st of the same year. You had one medium-sized map with some stuff to do, like doing the weird objectives the game gives you, find golden trophies, rage at Flappy Goat, and do other things goats do in their everyday life. What the hell is a goat tower anyway? Oh, and there were other goats you could be, like the classy goat or the tall goat, and other mutators you could give to your goat, like being an angel. While a nice novel, the devs probably immediately started working with other ideas and making that into a new map, Goat City Bay, that released on June 3rd, 2014. This is a slightly bigger map with more NPCs to toy with, actual Tony Hawk-like platforming, vehicles to commandeer, multiplayer, more mutators, all that jazz, and Deadmau5. After taking a vacation for 4 months with all the millions they earned from Goat Simulator, they opened Unreal Engine, found the MMO expansion button, and released a slightly smaller map on November 20th of the same year, with lots of cool new stuff like classes, a better leveling system than, well, any other well-known MMO. Both of these maps have tons of cool references like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Xenoblade, World of Warcraft, Diablo, and other first-person shooters like an first-person shooter that has captured a flag that should be entered here, but I forgot to do my research. But more importantly, all these updates were free. The next we'd hear from Goat Simulator is when Goat Z was announced. The only survival game that isn't in early access was one of their key selling points. Take note that in current 2022, a lot of the well-known survival games like Subnautica, DayZ, and No Man's Sky actually released at this point. And Goat Z was released the next day on May 7th. It's the first paid DLC, but the map is huge, a lot of references are in it, and other fun things to show off, like an actual survival mechanic with bonuses, and a small hint of a story. Up next comes, half a year later, something most people might already have forgotten, the infamous Goat Bread update, dating November 13th, 2015. It's a small collaboration with the developers of I Am Bread, where you can get free additional bread-like skins, and in return you can be a goat in I Am Bread. They even made a cool website for it, goatbread.com, and an awesome trailer. Speaking of trailers, at the Game Awards in 2015, they showed off a trailer where 4 weird animals were talking about buying DLC and making fun of indie devs. But jokes on all the audience, since it was Goat Simulator Payday, a collaborative paid DLC with the developers of Payday, the also Swedish Overkill Studios. This game introduces a playstyle with 4 unique goats with unique properties, a mission-style prank system, developers that put themselves in the game to show off how rich they got, the actual NPCs from Payday 2, and their masks you can purchase, and much more dumb stuff to be released on January 14th, 2016. And exactly 2 weeks later, they added Rocket League in the same map after asking nicely. In return, in Payday 2, they added a story about having to find 15 cocaine-filled goats in the town and then do a shootout in a barn. The game is even more random than Goat Sim, I swear. And a final paid DLC came out on May 26th, 2016 called #Make Space Great Again, or better known as Goat Waste of Space. This Space Center DLC came with lots of space jokes and dump Trump jokes, and oh, I guess there's Portal jokes as well. And it's truly the biggest map there is. Romancing the crew, space battles, and kickstarting, crowd kicking your own colony by getting money in ways. It's definitely the grandest thing they did, but it wouldn't work if this weren't the final DLC for Goat Simulator. By the way, I'm definitely more into making more of these kind of scripted videos about different subjects. If you're interested in seeing more, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. It would make my day. But that is not all. Remember when I mentioned the 4-month-long vacation between Goat City Bay and Goat MMO Simulator? It was actually more of a work vacation to learn how to work mobile, since in that vacation, on September 16th, the iOS and Android versions of Goat Simulator released with just the first 2 maps. Both of these are very condensed maps with less altered, sometimes different content like the Super Mario Bros. Warpipe. Coming after are Goat Z at May 6, 2015 and Goat MMO at September 2nd, 2015 in that backwards order, and way later Waste of Space at May 25th, 2016. Every one of these mobile maps, save for Goatville and Goat City Bay, are behind the price of $5 per app. And then Goat MMO has the audacity of having an in-game paywall. Fortunately, there's money behind you, so it's a fun in Goat fashion gag. After Waste of Space, the team made a few mobile-only maps that are relatively small, but full of Goat-worthy gags, and each of these are free updates to the already existing app. Goat Buck to School got bundled with Goatville and Goat City Bay on September 1st of 2016. Trick or Bleed got added to Goat Z on October 27th, 2016, which is almost Halloween, but no time playing when you're going door to door collecting candy, of course. On December 9th, 2016, we got MMOWOW, which stands for Winter or whatever, was added to the Goat MMO map, which has Christmassy quests and other fun gags. It's still an MMO. And at Valentine's Day 2017, we got the Lovers Fair added to Waste of Space. If you've been missing Payday, they got this map added to mobile on May 24th, 2017, and it never got any additional map added to it. Here's a picture of the total mobile timeline, and this is a complete timeline up till this far. On July 30th, 2021, every one of these apps got an update, which is mostly an UI upgrade as far as I know. And on December 17th of 2021, a new app got added, which is free instead of being a paid app. However, this app has more of a mobile strategy with in-app purchases for currency to buy new maps, mutators, or whatever, other than the login every 4 hours for extra in-game currency. This is the main difference I've noticed with a quick glance, but it's probably cheaper than buying every app separately. If you know of any other differences, please let me know in the description. But there are more versions than just mobile and PC. Next to the Mac and Linux versions coming very early on, they also released an Xbox 360 and Xbox One version on April 2015, a PlayStation 3 and 4 version in August of 2015, and the first of those two, Xbox 360 and PS3, only had the first 3 maps, so Goatville, Goat City Bay, Goat MMO Simulator, whereas the latter two got updates and even a new map screen later on. Added was a Nintendo Switch version on the 23rd of January 2019, which also had the really nice map screen. And while these versions are more true to the PC version than before, but they still had some concessions. One of the more noticeable differences I noticed is that Uncle Goat isn't in Goat City Bay and a lot of trophies are in different places, amongst other things. And this is where the Goat Simulator 1 story possibly ends. Coffee Stain released a survey for Goat Simulator on April 19th, 2021, which I actually did fill in. I remember them showing off some gameplay, which I really thought looked like Fortnite or a Battle Royale. However, fortunately, they announced Goat Simulator 3 on the 2022 Summer Game Fest, and that got released on November 17th, 2022, which maybe concludes the Goat Simulator 1 chapter. So let's go on to a good future with the definitely redeeming Goat Simulator 3. So thank you for watching, and as always, have a nice day.